is ANN News Brief.
The investigative panel set up by the Lagos State government to probe the alleged police brutality has begun its investigation on Monday and has asked the general public to present their case or complaint as the inquiry begins. Lagos Information and Strategy Commissioner Gbenga Omotosho told the BBC that the panel set up by the Federal Executive Council is already on location in Lekki area after being inaugurated and has already begun work. The panel is expected to begin formal sitting today, Tuesday. The judicial panel is investigating police abuses and extrajudicial killings. Omotosho said investigators will work 3 days a week. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said last week CCTV footage at the Lekki Toll Plaza, where shootings of protesters demanding an end to police brutality took place on Tuesday, will be used as part of the panel's investigation. Other states, including Ogun and Ondo State, among others, have also set up judicial investigative panels. The UN Climate Agency has said on Monday the impacts of climate change are hitting Africa hard as it projects worse is ahead for the region's food supplies, economy and health. Countries on the African continent have experienced floods, drought, hotter weather and a desert locust invasion lately. The World Meteorological Organization, WMO, said temperatures have been rising on the continent of 1.2 billion people. It said Africa is exceptionally vulnerable to the shock at a comparable rate to other regions. WMO has projected a reduction in crop yields of 13% in West and Central Africa, 11% in North Africa, and 8% in East and Southern Africa, adversely impacting agriculture, which is the backbone of Africa's economy. Floods swept through Somalia, Kenya, Ethiopia, and Tanzania, as at least double their average seasonal rainfall was recorded in late 2019. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has lauded efforts in bringing peace in Libya. Pompeo said on Monday that a ceasefire agreement between Libya's warring factions was a courageous step and that all foreign fighters must leave the country in 90 days in line with the accord. The U.S. diplomat Pompeo arrived in New Delhi on the first leg of an Asian trip and said it was important that all parties support the success of the UN facilitated talks in Geneva on Friday. Meanwhile, Libya's state oil company has announced the reopening of the last major oil field under its control days after the country's warring parties agreed a ceasefire deal. The National Oil Corporation says it has lifted its restrictions on oil field, meaning that it has ended all the closures of oil fields and ports brought on by a month-long blockade by forces loyal to the Khalifa Haftar. The military commander based in eastern Libya, General Haftar's forces imposed a blockade in January when they were still besieging the capital, Tripoli, but agreed to lift it in September. Libya's economy is dependent on oil. That is ANN News Brief at 10. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Adeyemi.